Hello there. Okay, so my name is Joel Fernandez, and the purpose of this video is to document my gateway experience journey. And the gateway experience is a series of tapes created by the Monroe Institute. And the purpose of the gateway experience is to achieve higher states of consciousness through these tapes. And there's a series of 6 waves and I think 5 to 6 tapes in each wave. And it goes from different focuses. It starts with focus 3, then focus 10, and then so on and so forth. Right now, I'm only in focus 10, so that's all I can really talk about. So that's where I'll kind of start out. But really, ultimately, at the end, the point of the gateway experience is to achieve astral projection through these higher states of consciousness. And really, at the beginning, right where I'm at now, it's not just to achieve this crazy ultimate goal right away, but really to take step by step instructions through the tapes in order to become aware of your body and also your energies and existence, and to really know and understand that we are more than our physical body. And speaking of my physical body, today I put my hair up. I just got out of the shower, so I'm feeling pretty good. It's early in the morning. It's 6:48. I woke up at 5 this morning, and I was able to go ahead and do my Focus 10. I did it last night as well, and last night when I did it, it was the first time that I didn't feel myself losing awareness, so to speak, at night. I could do it in the morning, but because it was so late, usually at night, I would just kind of fall asleep and just really go into like some of the thoughts that were, and I would see like the images of the thoughts and they would take over and I would completely forget about my focus. But last night I was able to focus on what I was supposed to, so that was good. And so yeah, I kind of want to talk a little bit about that. My progression so far. In the first video, I talked about some dreams that I was having that I was becoming more aware of. Same thing with the second video. And so in this third video, I was able to achieve what I intended to from last video, which was to become aware of my body, not just follow the instructions of the Focus 10. And if you're lost right now, feel free to go back and watch some of those videos and then kind of catch up as to what's going on, because this is episode 3. And I think it's only going to get like more complicated as we go on. And I can explain a little bit of it here, but moving forward, I think that's just going to be kind of counterproductive. So really, it starts with focus 3. And focus 3 is just being aware of like the different brain waves that we go through. And so the way they achieve that is to the hemispheric synchronization, which is both your hemispheres being synchronized. And you can go on YouTube and find some of the Monroe Institute hemisync tapes, and you can achieve some great, even people from the first one, they achieve some great results. I was able to achieve some interesting things as well, which is the reason why I kept going with it. But it's all very vague and it wasn't as concrete as things are now that I've been practicing it. It was kind of like a reaction to the tapes, which kind of transitions me into what my experience was really all about. Because as we go from focus 3, synchronizing your hemispheres and really synchronizing your mind and not allowing your thoughts to just run you. Instead, you're being able to be aware of what you're going through. Then you move on to focus 10, which is allowing your entire body to go into a meditative, deep, relaxed state, which is really where I've been able to garner a lot of the like results and benefits that I've been able to garner from this experience so far. And I'm only on the second tape, which is exciting for me because I've been diligent with them, and I was able to really stick to a disciplined protocol of repeating the tape over and over again until I mastered it. And what I mean by mastery is listening to the instructions, because as we go in through these tapes, they play certain frequencies which put us into a theta state of frequency in our minds. And the way they do that is by playing a certain frequency on our right ear and a certain frequency on our left ear. And the difference of those two frequencies, let's say it's 104 and then 100 hertz. The difference is 4 hertz. So what happens is your brain then synchronizes to that difference, and your brain, both hemispheres, start cycling in those frequencies of 4 hertz, which is the theta frequency, which is deep sleep. So it goes from alpha to beta to theta to delta and then to gamma frequencies. And so there's different states of mind associated with each, but the one that we're focusing on is the theta frequencies. And as we become aware of these frequencies, we can then put our body into a deep sleep. And the point of that is to really start to notice the differences and the things that we go through in our daily lives, and even when we're sleeping, and our subconscious mind and the dreams that we're creating. And that's what I was really able to achieve today. And part of it, I'll say, an interesting observation is that while I was going through my meditation, I was able to achieve a deep, relaxed state in my mind and a deep, relaxed state in my body. And I was able to pay attention to everything. But I was also thinking about things to say in this video because of yesterday's video. So I think that's an interesting little note to make. And I kind of want to discard that. I want to be able to master that so that later on, as I go through these tapes, it's not going to completely influence and sidetrack my objective, which is to really know myself and to achieve these higher levels of consciousness where we're able to not only interface through the camera, but also interface through the astral plane. And so that's like something very important to me. And so with that, all that being said, the main takeaway that I received from today's practice was my ability to notice subtle changes in my emotional state based on my thoughts. And what I mean by that is that because I've been able to, if you watch the previous videos, to notice when I'm deviating from the focus and bring myself back, I am now also noticing not only the the shift in focus from my mind and my thoughts, but also the shift that those thoughts create in my body. So the emotional differences. For example, if I notice myself thinking about something anxious or something that is maybe negative, I notice certain changes in my brow, right? Like it just kind of starts becoming frustrated. Or, certain tensions start to happen in my neck or in my kind of shoulder area. And I was able to notice those things related to the thoughts that I was kind of deviating towards. And so it's very important to bring ourselves back to a relaxed state in a present moment where we can be bountiful and plentiful, and we can give to others, not from a state of lack, but the whole thing. So that was powerful. And another thing, I was able to really pay attention to my body vibrating at a higher rate. I thought that was really interesting today. I could really feel it as I was getting to the peak of the meditation and to the peak of the tape there of the introduction to Focus 10. And interestingly, the reason why I was able to notice it is because I noticed myself kind of adjusting my neck. And when I adjusted my neck, I noticed a drop in the level of the vibrations. Before then, I just felt normal. I felt fine. But as my focus kind of went to my neck instead of my entire body, I was able to notice, oh, I was actually focused in my entire body. Oh, I was actually present fully in the moment. Oh, I was actually vibrating at a higher rate and I could feel it. I could feel it on kind of like a thin layer of skin, of energy skin on me. But then as I focused on my neck, kind of all that kind of drop, the levels of those energies kind of dropped because my neck kind of moved and it was just like a little bit of pain that I had and it was just kind of like adjusting my neck. But as I was able to notice that and pay attention to that, I was able to kind of go back to that kind of thin layer of energy that I was feeling. And so I thought that was really interesting. That was like the main takeaway. And I want to say that because of that, I could do it one more day, but I don't feel like it's necessary. I think today is going to be the last day that I do the introduction to Focus 10, and now I'm going to move into the third tape, which is the advanced Focus 10. And I'm excited to find out what that's about. But tonight I will do the introduction to Focus 10, and then tomorrow morning I'll start the advanced. And so I think that might be everything that I really wanted to talk about, and it's getting exciting for me. Um, I also maybe wanted to talk about some of the things that maybe I told my wife yesterday, and it was really about those subconscious things that I talked about yesterday on the video as well. Then later on, as the day went on, at the end of the day, I kind of told my wife. She was asking about why I woke up so late, and I was telling her, oh, it's because I was dreaming, and she was like, oh, what were you dreaming about? And I was like, oh, well, it was nothing crazy, nothing that I really want to talk about. I don't really want to relive it, but it was really something that I was afraid of. It was things that were caused by my fear, and it was behaviors that I exhibited that I was reliving in my dreams because of those fears. And I needed to dream more because of the experience and the practice that I'm doing, because I wanted to really pay attention to that, because I didn't want that to happen again, right? I needed to really focus on it to notice it and then to just let it go. And so I thought that was really interesting. I couldn't really put that into words yesterday in yesterday's video, but I think that's very powerful. And I wanted to share that with you guys in case anybody might be going through one of those experiences where I also noticed that because of those thoughts that create those feelings in our body, we tend to react to things. And I used to be that way. I used to be that way a lot where I would react to things based on my feelings, and I was just living my life based on reactions instead of being proactive, meaning focusing on what is it that I want to create in the future, what is it that I want to happen in the future, and beginning with the end in mind, and then working backwards in the steps that I need to take to get there. I would find myself, and that's really one of the biggest purposes of doing this, other than you know, projecting ourselves astrally and predicting the future and all of these amazing things. And that's another end point of the Monroe tapes, of the Monroe Institute's Gateway experience, is it gets much more advanced than just simple astral projection. It gets into very deep psi phenomena and extra sensory perception, ESP. And but I'm not there yet. I'm not even close to being there yet. And but all I can do is talk about where I'm at now and where I was before. And that's where I was before. I was in a place where I was reacting to a lot of things. I was being emotional based on my pain because I was afraid. I was afraid of, all kinds of different things. And I don't want to be there anymore. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do like just mentioned, is just really be in a place of abundance and to create my future and really to not react. You know, when other people come in with their pain and their fears, it's very important for us to understand that it's something that they're going through. And because of the nature of our existence, it's very easy for us to react to them, you know, but we have to be proactive, not reactive. And so that's the purpose of this practice, is to come from a state of peace, to really spend time, invest time in yourself, invest time in understanding yourself. And that's what I can say about it. And if you want to get into it, then I think that's amazing. And I want to commend you for it. And I hope that it helped, because I went ahead and increased the size of the video here. So I'm a little bit more like, I don't know if you can see, but before there was like black lines, I feel like, on the side of the video. So yeah, I think I went ahead and like increased, I zoomed into my OBS here as I'm recording this. So yeah, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, let me know. I'm going to continue to make these videos, and hopefully it helps somebody, you know, move forward along their journey. So, and if, you know, part of the meditation, the affirmation is, I deeply desire the cooperation and assistance of those that are of equal or greater wisdom and experience. So if you guys want to share your experience and help me out, then I would really appreciate that. So thank you. Peace.